Dumelang, Sanbonani, Togozani, Khanyali, Lesedi. Greetings over the diaspora. To those that don't speak the languages that we speak down here, welcome back to another episode. Today I have a very, very special friend of mine. And on the segment, we are doing Sacred Connections IntoMeSee. Yeah, so today I have a friend of mine. I don't know which name do you want to go by today.
I've only got one name. It's Nompumelelo. Lolita is a name that I made up on the interest of weather because I had a crush on my CEO. He's Italian. I was working for a cruise ship and he was just so delicious. Waga Vigoriti Stefano Vigoriti.
Oh, here's your Lolita.
Yes, and I wanted to marry him like the only way that I can, which is like on the internet. And then I was Bomi Vigoriti, it didn't make sense, and then I just became Lolita Vigoriti and stuck.
That's right. So we have Nompumelelo, MaNkosi. Yes, she is from a royal house. But yeah, she's not a practicing princess right now. Yes. So, but yeah, she is a MaNkosi. So welcome back, my friend. So today we're gonna be talking the other side of polygamy, or as Tolo had told us, plural relationships and plural marriages. So she is a child who grew up in this household, and I've always asked her, I remember her, okay, how was it growing up there and stuff, and would notice that kids born in a polygamous family, the guys and the girls hold different views.
Yes.
Weird enough, you know, and how you're unpacking like with your siblings as well, how the boys are like while receiving of it. For you it was like, you know what, I don't want this nonsense, nah, I want a monogamous thing and whatnot and whatnot. But before we get into our topic, please do like, please do comment, please do subscribe. Thank you for those who have been subscribing and engaging. I really enjoy your engagement and the questions that you guys ask us. So let us get into today's Ndaba. So my friend can tell us who you are first, where you from, where did you grow up, did you grow up in 2 provinces? And yes, I will follow up with my next question.
Okay, so I was born at Baragwana Hospital in Soweto, and I grew up in Soweto until I was in grade 4. Yeah, in grade 4. So during that time of me being born until grade 4, my dad is also someone who is a taxi tycoon kind of person. So like in the late 90s with like taxi violence and stuff, we were affected by that. I remember one time my mom and my 3 siblings, and I think my one cousin was also staying with us at the time, we were like praying, like usually in the evenings we pray before we go to bed, and then there was like a gunshot.
Nice.
You know, there's actually a bullet hole on top of our roof, Namanje, from that time. And it was a situation of, okay, what are we gonna do? Then we ran out a kitchen and we jumped in the room because it was like, let's run away kind of thing.
Ma'am.
Right, so this is because of Inkabi. Like Inkabi, you know, guys.
Yes, I'll put you guys.
No, it's not TV stuff. I know all about Inkabi. So Inkabi, we're looking for my dad. I don't know, am I allowed to say the Inkabi that?
No, don't say his name.
Okay, but there's an guy.
In case.
I've got the name of that guy. I don't know if he's still alive, but yeah. So my dad had to like run away and like take shelter, whatever. Obviously away from us to protect us from the capazelo of whatever he is involved with. And then he moved. We thought he was running away. Well, maybe that's the story that my mom gave us because we're children.
Yeah.
Not to be involved in the
Very important.
So my dad ran away to like Newcastle, and then that's when he started farming. But that's what I thought then. I recently got knowledge that my dad actually grew up on a farm as a child. So I think him being passionate and being very good at the farming thing is something that he grew up with. So he ran away, went to the farms, and because of this whole polygamy thing and marriage thing and relationship thing, it was just a very chaotic dynamic with my parents. So after grade 4, I went to boarding school in KZN. Me and my siblings, that when we started doing the whole boarding school thing, I was in boarding school for
In primary school?
Yeah, grade 5 and grade 6. And then we came back to Joburg. I was in Joburg for grade 7. And my mom was going through like a lot. There's like depression, there's Isithembu. It's just a very big combination of things happening. And during that year, she kind of lost her job or stopped working. It's still very confusing, guys. Like, I still don't know, but she's a qualified teacher. And then because she wasn't able to support us, my dad was like, if you want me to be there for the kids, then you have to be living with me, right?
Okay,
so
we stand a dad who takes care of his children.
So all throughout my childhood, I knew my half sisters and my half brothers and my stepmom or MaNkosi or MaNkani or whatever you want to call it. So we grew up Sazana Valley. Like sometimes in December holidays, they'd come visit us in Joburg or we'd go visit them in KZN. We've always been a blended family, right?
Nice. So with your family specifically, like where are you? Because there is a hierarchy. The umamumdala, and then there's the others. And I saw when we were growing up, story then there was umfaz with paper. So how did that dynamic? Is it something you understood, or is it something that you knew? Okay, no, there's the legal wife, then there's this legal by sense of the government now agrees, or does everybody need to go to the court of law, like how does it work in that situation if you're privy to such information?
So when I was younger, I knew my mom was married to my dad. I think I had just the assumption that she's the first wife. Like, I think it's also normal to think that because you're a child and it's my mom and my dad and they love each other, you know. But later on, like during my stints when I was now living with the other wife and her children in their house in high school, that's when I realized it's kind of weird that we call the other lady MaNkosi, but in my head, my mom is the big wife, you know. Then it kind of unfolded that no, my mom is the big wife by sense of right? So uMaNkosi is uMaNkosi because she's the first wife that did the customary things, like the whole traditional marriage.
Okay. Did you witness that?
No, I didn't witness it, but I also saw pictures of them and their white wedding. So my
with the other wife
and the other wife have a white wedding kind of vibe. My parents didn't do the white wedding thing. And
so do you have siblings that are older from that woman?
So my dad is the bow wow. Okay? I've got a twin, but we don't come from the same womb. We've got a twin in the sense that we are born in the same year.
Okay.
So all of my siblings except the last two.
Okay.
So my
two.
So my twins.
Oh, I
So my elder sister has a twin who's our elder sister, right? So they're born in the same year. And then my elder brother and another elder half sister are together. Then it's me and it's my other half brother. Then it's my half sister, and then I don't know, I think she's a bunch. This one, because this half sister, I only knew about her when I was like in grade 10. And it's like I've known all my other siblings like all my life. Like even as a child, we've got pictures together where we're wearing the same dresses with me and my half sister, you know. So it's like this one just morphed out of nowhere, and she's my sister. It's like, okay, whatever. And then I've got the youngest brother, Uiwan, Agana twins, and then the younger sister and I, Uiwan, Agana twins. So yeah, some of two basically.
Yeah.
And then the bulk of the children, it's 6 girls, and then there's 3 boys, and then there's this girl, the one that we're not sure what she was like. Okay. But yeah, like we grew up knowing each other. It wasn't a secret. It wasn't a situation of, oh, my dad's got the secret family on the other side. We were very much privy to each other, and we were very much privy to the fact that this is our dad and we are siblings and we are together. However, as you start growing up and you start making opinions for yourself, plus we've got school, guys. Like, we learn about things. There's TV, there's radio, there's books. You kind of get all sorts of other knowledge that helps you form your own personality, your own viewpoint of life. And this is happening at the same time to your siblings as well.
Yeah,
right?
True.
Then you've also got the situation of now learning that in as much as we are a blended family, the moms don't necessarily agree with that blending of the family. The moms don't necessarily agree with. I remember when I started living in Newcastle with the other family, like my MaNkosi had a lot of views about how she wasn't living with my dad when my dad was living with us in Soweto, and now it's her chance to be living with her man, and she was very bitter that her children didn't have.
This is the first wife or the other
This
one?
is the first wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was also very bitter that my children don't go to fancy schools, and in my head I'm like, you had the chance to. It's not like my dad is the one that initiated us going to good schools. I think maybe I'm lucky because my mom is educated and she understands the value of education, so she actually pushed us and made sure that we get a good education.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I think because I know I'm a mom now, so I can understand how it's very easy to push my agenda and my beliefs onto my child, either because I think I'm protecting them, or I think I'm empowering them with knowledge so that they know things early or whatever. But there was a very big sense of we are not welcome there, right? So,
at MaNkosi's house?
At MaNkosi's house.
Okay.
So remember, this is us now all living together in one unit where we've never done that before. It's always been I'm at Easter, we're gonna go wherever, or December, I will spend money.
So the wives all had different houses?
We all had different houses.
Okay.
Everyone had their own situation happening.
Yeah.
And then I guess it was that kind of situation where if my dad is into you, then he's gonna be into you and your kids, or whatever it is, or however it made sense. But this is my understanding based on how things transpired.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty dodgy. So this is my dad, the farmer now, still doing the whole taxi thing in Johannesburg, but full time in KZN as a farmer. And I'm still very traumatized by my childhood then and the things that happened then. Like, because I guess when you're living with people that say I'm your mom and it's your brothers and sisters, you're expected to be the same kind of environment that your mom,
the warmth your mom gives you,
you know?
Yeah.
Not even the warmth, just like simple dynamics, like if you're hungry you can just go make yourself food,
Yeah.
you know? And then you kind of have that same kind of behavior everywhere you go, especially because it's
Sekai,
and then
true.
also fridge also keep her in, but hi
You.
it's like, you know, and then there's like it keeps eliminating like ama options are available kumeni, yabo. Lokho kuya delete
French
and
guy
uzibona ukuthi, yeah, uzibona ukuthi okay, the only thing that I'm allowed to eat ipapa namasi, and understand we are farmers, so impuphu igaywa ekhaya. It's not like he ate, no, akho nice. It's not like
Okay, we need this knowledge, my friend.
or something. Impuphu yamabele, like say yellow, it's unrefined, you know. And then obviously amasi it's from the cow. You can actually see it like more fake jegeni kuba ijege, and then kuba like the cream on top,
The fatty part.
and then kuba like the water like umlazi, and then it's like very
Oh, is that what
thick.
mlazi means?
Yes.
Ah.
And then it's like the very thick milk fermented, which is Mars kind of vibe, and yeah. You know? So that's what you eat every single day, because this is what you are allowed to eat. Everything else you're not allowed to eat, you know. And then
And you
like,
can't raise such disputes with your father? Or is he
you
not living
can't.
with?
You can't. He's living with us, but he's busy.
Okay.
So in the morning he's.
But
gonna
is
wake
there
up.
division with the kids? This kid gets
There's
to eat
a
this.
lot of division.
Then
with
Lona
the kids.
Lebo Masi kid. Really?
There's
In
a
one
lot of
house?
division in one house. So that lady had 4 children. Well, she has 4 children. She's got 3 girls, and she's got a son. The son that's my twin, right? And then my mom has 3 children. It's my older sister, it's my older brother, it's me. And then it's she's not a wife, she's like a baby mama. She's got 2 kids. It's my half sister and the little brother who's the youngest boy. And then like I said, the grade 10 girl just came out of nowhere, so she wasn't
Who's her mom?
involved.
Or they're like a baby
She's
mom?
now, she was a baby mama then, but after my mom passed away, I think 2 years after my mom passed away, then she got married to my dad customarily, so she's now officially a wife, right? So we had cliques. So it was that woman's children. They were very together, obviously sheltered because it's their home that we are intruding and
You
doing
really were
whatever.
intruding.
And then so myself, my half sister, my brother, and my sister, we kind of had our own little clique where we found comfort in each other. And we're also living with my cousin, who's like a brother to me, even now, you know. So what happened was myself, my half brother, the small one, and my brother, we all went to a very good school in Newcastle. So everyone else was going to the farm school. So they'd walk to and from school, and then MaNkosi would drive us to and from school. And then my older sister, who's like a firstborn in all of us, she at the time, like a year after we started living there, she was corresponding and like finishing school. She was improving her matric and stuff. Story for another day. She was.
Yeah, not laughing.
She was improving her matric marks and stuff. And I don't know, guys. Like moms are very different. We all have different mothering styles. We all believe different things, and it was just very inappropriate. Like what we were exposed to with her, right? So obviously she is. A firstborn girl.
Nyankwabe kind of thing.
Mafungwas.
That one.
So Mafungwasi, she was the first one to matriculate. And guys, I didn't actually tell you why I'm inverting covering this, right? So when my sister was in matric, she was the first one to get to matric. My sister, who's her twin, was in matric the following year. So everyone was excited, guys. We never had the situation of getting paper. You know, it was very exciting, you know. And to the point where song gets starting about on a paper to make sure the song gets taller because we want to celebrate her.
I feel that system maybe was a little bit abusive. If I'll Pepe, yo man, because everybody, if you've got my name, surname, you definitely know.
But listen to this Sunday. I'm totally okay, I don't know how she worms her way out of that, but all of a sudden now she comes back, she's like, no, you make Pella or Cassie is calling me so but so that's how she did the trauma of
failure.
And also that's how she did the finishing school. So while she's doing the finishing school, so something I tell you like you know, but it was very painful to see with like every day she go shopping. Like she had assistant 7 pairs of shoes, same style, different colors. You understand? And then when you are out here, you need a textbook. You're gonna go to MaNkosi. So it's like ping pong, where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna have anyone to stand for me, so I'm just gonna sort myself out. You know. And it was toxic, but it was toxic in a way that you could handle because you're not going through the toxicity alone. So you kind of have support with everyone else that's going through it. And then we even joke about it now as adults. So we'll tell you guys, do you remember? So on weekends, on Sundays, my dad used to buy takeout for us. There is this very popular fish and chips franchise
that I'd like to still have.
So delicious, guys. Fish and chips franchise in Newcastle called Portos. It's regular fish and chips, but it just tastes out of this world, right? So my dad sometimes would tell me,
potatoes are kaya
maybe. So on Sundays he sometimes get us upoto or he'd buy spaghetti the KFC depending on whatever, but we'd always have takeout, so it was a change in the menu, right? How? But all of a sudden now, upoto uyafika, uyambona, uyayizwa imoto you're in the kitchen, you can smell the aroma of whatever it is. But like there's none of that, and I'm asking again.
Oh my
right?
God.
So myself, my cousin, and my half sister, we devised a plan. What's okay as because they're going to take out situation. So in the short term, what's if MaNkosi like maybe because we also started dodging church. We were just like, we're not about it, right? We'd be like, okay, as soon as Baba Afiga, if we baguette, so we'll tata baguette, like the whole bucket. So keep her young, get chicken, start it.
You guys
Is
are
it a breast or
traumatizing.
is it a what? But the chunky piece, the chicken
But you're
super warm.
traumatizing chickens, showing them how you're gonna end up.
Oh, I didn't think of it. Right, so we take out the big pieces of chicken, you know. And then when we're packing the chicken back in, drumsticks that's so that it gives the illusion of the chicken. Then we go put it back and then we carry on with life. And yeah, I don't think about that, you know. But it was just very unfortunate because you'd get situations where there's a foul smell in the kitchen. You don't understand, right? It's just something or something. And it's just like, why are you doing this, you know? So yeah, man, it was just dodgy things, and you'd get like conversations, like people saying things with you know, it's just like, first of all, woman, you are the visitor here. So I've got more rights
Actually.
to tell you to vamoose than you do for me. You know? So it was very, very, very chaotic. I remember, so I came to stay with them when I was in grade 9. Yeah, I came to stay in grade 9 after being in school in Maritzburg in boarding school. And you remember this customer about letter about to from dedicated some company, you know, that era of life. So it was that era of life when I was writing to my best friend, telling her about your girl, the changes in my life, you know. But it was so dire, guys. It doesn't even make sense when I think of it now. I went to the best school in Newcastle, but I couldn't afford a stamp. Guys, a stamp is not even R1 thing, you know. Do you know what I mean? To post this so that my friend can actually know what's going on with me. So I wrote the letter, like, you know, too quiet, keep a page, upaling up, that kind of vibe, you know. And obviously, like, canarisha, hearts, you know. So in the letter, I basically was telling my friend everything that's going on because this is my friend and I trust you, and I just wanted an outlet to just be like, yo, this is what's going on, and you know.
Were there other kids in your school that were from polygamous families that you knew of?
I don't know, maybe they might have been, but it's not something that I spoke about because I was very ashamed of being from a polygamous marriage.
Especially when it's not getting so well.
Because of the dynamics at home.
Yeah.
I didn't actually want people to know my home situation is whack.
Okay.
You know? Like, school has always been an escape for me, like, because that's a very controlled, structured kind of environment. Because it's always dysfunction. 1 minute you are living in KZN, next minute you are in Joburg. Like, I went to 7 schools in totality in my lifetime because of the home situation, right? So anyway, I write this letter to my friend, and I'm telling her, yo, lo mama mubi, mungahlangana naye ebusuku ungathuka uyathakatha abantwana bakhe abasewabani, like, I hate her. And then also in the mix over there, I wrote about a boy that I had a crush on. Like, guys, being a teenager, right? So now, like, this is a letter I wrote at the beginning of the year when I just moved in, right? And I'm living my life now. The letter is in my blazer, in the inside pocket, because, like, I'm trying to keep secrets for myself, you know, because, like, this is my friend's letter, and I don't exactly have a home where I've got my own cupboard and no one is gonna touch, you know, type thing. This one day, I come back from school. I think I had a netball match or some sort of sporting activity, so I came back really tired. Got home, I took a bath, and I was just like, let me sleep. You know? So there I am, minding my own business, guys. I didn't even do my homework that day. Mind my own business, Miss Lele. I'm like, okay, what else? I'm like, this
yeah.
And she's like, this I'm like, okay, what else? Night dress, cute, and so how that farmhouse is built, like, at the top end of the house, it's my dad and mom's bedroom, then it's our bedroom, then it's the bathroom, and then it's like a corridor, then there's like a laundry room at the side, then it's my older sister's. She's the only one who had a whole bedroom.
Miss Seven Shoes.
She had her own bedroom. Baby girl, guys, began in Tipoyokeza. Yeah, winter, in Tipoyokeza, in summer. Tina, sweet like this together, acting on the sunlight, guys. The sunlight went to private school. yabo le green bar enobu-blue
Melanini
sweet id besigeza ngaleyo story uba selina. You understand? Anyway.
It's no dealer though. Look at your skin.
Right. Okay, so I walk all the way down into like the living area. Yabo? So living area corner, you've got like it's the one couch is there's another couch this side, there's another couch there, and then there's like a fireplace over there. So I had to stand by the fireplace so that everyone can so mangifika mina ngiyabona man ukuthi hayibo my dad, my mom, my siblings. I'm like, hayibo guys, what is going on? Yabo mangithi claps. Oh baby girl, ngithi noma kungathiwani, that's my letter. I know the colors, I know the structure, I know ukuthi injani lento engibhalele impinjana. Aqale okay, asiya mina ngithole incwadi and nje I just want you guys to understand how I feel nje ngihlukumezeke kakhulu ukuthi ngihlala nomuntu ofila kasona ngami, so ngicela ukuthi uyifunde le ncwadi bese uyayitranslate. Angithi baby girl multiracial mambani, so obviously sweet ngingothika English, you know. Ingqelelana banginikeza incwadi yini la Facebook abayibasanga nokuba sifireplace yakhona sidate mina idress yami engayo
Khathele.
Hayi ngifunda ngithi ibhalwe yimi, so I know ukuthi this paragraph so obviously la mapart lawa snacks, because like why are you trying to expose me like that, you know? Ngifunde translation ngiqede. Angibili ke athi why uskipe le parts yabo. I said I can't. Mina
And you're a child.
And I'm a child, guys. I was in grade 9. Like, how old are you?
Discipline
14,
the
15.
child. Don't.
Like, you're 14.
Don't not want to live with the child.
Hi, okay, sharp. Then my dad is like, oh, okay, Mina, I wasn't aware. What do you feel like this that you don't want to live here? You should have said what you want to stay with your mom. So it's cool. My dad at the time had 2 farms, right? So the farm that we were living on, I don't know if you know Indlela of when you're going to Newcastle, there's 2 different routes. There's the Villiers route, and then there's the Standerton Folcross route, right? So if you take the Folcross route, there's a part in the route, it is a Amajuba that's very windy. So my dad's farm is at the end of Amajuba, like, and then before you get to Newcastle, and that's where that farm was. And my mom was living on the first farm when he was running away for safety that he initially went to, which is on your way to Newcastle. And obviously, it's one road. There's no way that you're gonna get to this farm that we are living on without passing my mom's farm if you are going to town. And likewise, if you're coming from town, you're not gonna not pass my mom's farm before you get here, right? So my dad's like, okay, girl, if that's how you feel, then what's gonna happen is when you are gonna go stay with your mom. But when baby girl, what you're gonna do is in the mornings you're gonna pick her up, and it's gonna be in the afternoons you're gonna drop her off because it's in the what if people so
You're a child.
I can't afford a stamp. How can I afford Ingabi?
I'm sorry.
Okay, sharp. So that becomes that, and now things are very tense because remember, I read this letter with all the contents with everyone in the room. So obviously, everyone who I mentioned, Wuti is not my dad's child, knows Wuti, this is how I feel about you. You understand? So now,
your mother failed to mother, hey?
So now, things like
your other
dive. Because now I need to run away from this woman who's the one taking me to school in the interim until I move, who was constantly asking us, oh, and I'm like, it was like pretty fun now that I think of it. Because you're listening for footsteps, like it's a wooden floor, nothing. Listening for footsteps, especially because you can't answer where is the father, because you don't know who the father is, because now we are bala as a child because that's how you feel.
Yeah, you're venting.
Okay, sharp. Then it happens now I'm now living with my mom and my father, guys. My father didn't do nothing about food, didn't do nothing about anything. The only thing that
was he feeding his wife at least?
Which one, my mom?
No.
Like, my dad has 9 official children. I told you this one, Hakenasho, right? I'm the only one of those children who was supported in maintenance, guys. I'm not even trying to joke. I'm not being, you know, like literally being hiker. You know, we are hiker. I'm wearing a uniform of a very prestigious school, but we are hiker. Like, how does it make sense, right? And remember, I told you, Uti, you can't go to Newcastle from here without passing here. So obviously, my 2 brothers are living here, and they go to the same school as me. So it's the same route. It's not like anyone
an inconvenience.
is going out of their way to do anything. You understand? So like bekangidlula ngimile estopini ngiyabanda ngiyashisa ngiyanetha kusebusuku kunjani uzongidlula nje kamnandi ahambe ugila drop her off. And every single day, guys, when she's coming back, we are still within. You understand? We are still waiting. Mina esikoleni bengifika ngebreak after break.
Oh my god.
Like, that was my standard time of getting to school, yeah? Number 1.
And so, you're not saying anything, obviously. You can't.
To who?
Aren't they asking why you late all the time?
Also, I should see transport. I don't have transport. Like, it's because that's the truth. But I'm not gonna lie. But I'm also not gonna tell you guys that I've just been estranged because I've got different opinions or whatever, you know. So it was that situation with this hiker exeni, and then my mom's gonna wait for me after school. We're gonna walk all the way. Like, our school was almost at the end of Newcastle town. I'm gonna walk through town, uziyofika lapha a holiday in Newcastle Inn, and then stand there because that's the hiking spot. Then again, you're going to hike back home. You understand? And so it's your safety as a girl child with your girl mother. You understand? Like, anything could have happened. I'm very lucky that no funny business of kidnapping, of rape, or anything like that happened. But yeah, basically, when again we are hiker everything is going, you know. And while you are at school, your mom is trying to figure out what's going on. Because remember, I told you in grade 7, that's when she stopped working.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have an income. When initially I moved to the farm where she was, when initially I moved to the farm where she was,
take that.
The cows, yeah, guys, hi guys.
And we are back. Yes, Chomi, you're saying sorry for that phone call. It's a very important one. You'll see her on the next picture we're gonna do with her. But Chomi, as you're saying, your mother in grade 7 had stopped working.
Yes, so my mom had stopped working, so obviously she's not earning an income. And when we had moved on to that, when I moved back to the farm where she was, like, at that time, the cows that we milked Ekaya were based on that farm. But as soon as I moved with my mom, and my mom was actually helping herself survive by selling BC, you know, to get income. But they were just like, you don't deserve it, Bill. Right? So now me and my mom are out here struggling, right? Remember I told you it's me, it's my older brother who's my brother, and then it's my half brother who's the youngest boy and the youngest child that are going to the good school in Newcastle, right? At the time, my younger brother was at creche, the school is from the also they started from grade RR to matric, right? So my little one was a creche, and my mom befriended the lady though that at the creche, who's like a caretaker or look at the.
So did your siblings also move from?
No, I'm the only one.
Okay.
I'm the only one because I said I don't.
Oh.
So my siblings are still living there. We still go to the same school. Bazongidlula. Nabo bazobona ukuthi hawu umpumi esikoleni but abamthathi. Carry on with life. You understand?
Are they giving you food at school at least or something?
Who's giving me food?
Your siblings at school.
Nabo
bakhera masi.
Abantwana bakabani kanti abantwana bakamama akusabantwana bakamama abantu abakade badla kahle yibo labayana because remember thina soyi-3 sifunde Newcastle. So we're gonna wake up in the morning. So hamba se Newcastle as drop off esikoleni. My older sister we're finishing school nayo sifuna in the finishing school that's in town. Her children, my one half sister, my half brother, twins yami, and the youngest girl child who's that lady, and my other half sister, we all mama mama's not the wife. They all go to the farm school.
Okay.
So they walk to school and they walk back, and then when they get back, ending bayapheka baphekisishebo kubemnandi and stuff badle bageza amabhodo basiphile ipapa lethu. So bona bagrand thina sifela ukuthi sikhuluma English. Basically, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, sharp. So my mom befriends the lady law who sebenza lapha creche, yabo. My mom befriend the guys. I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to be like, look girl. you know how like for kids, especially like toddler kind of kids, you always like to make the food fun so that they can interact and eat.
Yeah.
You know. So lapayana ekreshi, what they used to do is you're gonna make a normal sandwich, like two, and then you're gonna cut it in triangles and cut it in triangles again, so that you've got like mini situations.
Yes.
So that is what me and my mom ate. Like lo mama lobigas niyeza like lawa asele ama triangle bites inside of this kaftin say ice cream. And that's basically how we sustained ourselves to be able to be alive until my mom was forced to be like, let's go to maintenance court, because my dad was the one that was like, come on, Walkies, type thing. Where he was like, that's the only way I'm going to do it, because I'm not going to do it out of my own free will, because I'm a father, you know. So,
guys, when are we healing as a people?
Yo, guys. So it was really, really, really tough. And then this is halfway through grade 9. And then grade 10 as well, we're still living in the same kind of situation. I don't remember at the time what was wrong with my mom's car. Like, I don't know what was happening, but the car wasn't working, and then she fixed it later on.
Was she finally got a car?
She got her car when she got her payout from when she stopped working.
Okay.
But when I moved back with her, yeah. But anyway, later on the car got fixed, and then we started being mobile.
That's 063.
Hi, okay, sharp. And then my mom's car gets fixed, and now we are mobile and we're not hiking anymore, thank God, right? But then, guys, in the whole midst of me and my mom living on this farm, and I guess in some people economic issues, or would say, I don't know, this farm has got this farm has got that. I don't know, guys. I was a child, you know, and also my mom is late. So I can't really look back on this and be like compare notes. And my dad is not exactly going to be forthcoming with what's going on. So a lot of things I'm basing them on assumption. I'm basing them on what happened and just my limited understanding then, right?
What you were feeling.
So guys, this is a farmhouse, right? So obviously, kuno gesi, kuna manzi, kune giza. It's a proper functioning modern home. Ukuthi nje isezilali in a desolate area.
Wow, actually.
Hi, okay guys. Then this one night, like funny things used to happen, you know, like after my mom got the maintenance thing, now sis nokudla, sizokuthenga igrosa and stuff, sibuye negrosa. I think sibuye negrosa today on a Saturday, right? Sunday siyahamba sisontweni ukuthi. Masibuya Sunday, ayisekho igrosa, yazibreakile ukuthi bathathe ngiyangiyenda. You understand? So we had a situation now where we made a thing izinto kancane bese sihamba nazo emotweni. We need to be safe in our life, right? So the grocery thing happens. I learned this one time, guys. I've never been so scared in my life. Like we are chilling, minding our own business, living our life in the household like any other normal people are gonna, and you just hear a bang, and multi-bang, so it's a big farmhouse, guys. So at the end, at the end of the farmhouse, there's a coco. But you can hear good lama bangs, like they're getting closer and closer. Like people are literally throwing rocks into the windows and breaking the windows. You understand? So now me and my mom are stuck on some. We can't run outside because if we run outside, the people that are doing whatever, that's totally excess. So now you're just chilling there, waiting for them to stop and waiting to realize, okay, are they gonna come in? Are they gonna do something to us? Do you know what I mean? Then it stops. Then now you are cleaning up the mess. Then you like another a beautiful farmhouse, mara ibeshiwe. It's like, you know those houses in auction about this house is not for sale. Tabanga a farmhouse, any look, yeah, this house is not for sale. Kind of vibe. Then now we don't have any more electricity. I don't know how they tripped or they stopped the electricity. Asena cases kangisa. Namakandela. Nini amanzi awasasebenzi sesikamanzi manje imoto kamamami water car. You understand? So a garage, sikamanzi garage, igubhu ze 25 liters for yithi labayana. Weekend yithi labayana siyowasha emfuleni. Like it didn't make sense, guys. Like I felt like I was living a lie, you know?
I did not know this about you, ma'am.
Didn't you know what I mean?
No.
Oh, that's why you're so affected.
I really.
Right, and then my mom was basically like, I could see it's taking a toll on her. Napa, my mom is also going through her own things. I don't know if it's depression. I don't know, like,
if it's spiritual.
If it's spiritually, and then there's also this whole thing where she was diagnosed with bipolar. It's just a lot going on, you know. So I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. My mom also during whatever psychological situation that was happening, she became very uber religious and uber paranoid. Like, Benny pesca mama on the tree. Like, I had no friends. Well, I had friends at school, but I don't even have a chance with Charlie in weekend. Anina, Maknama school trips, Maknama. I can't go because Bazong Georgia. Most one said somebody.
Maybe she knew stuff we didn't.
You know, so I kind of felt like the only way I'm going to actually have a break, like a chance to have some sort of semblance of normality, is if I go back to boarding school, because at least then I'm not gonna worry with the I'm not gonna have to you know, like I'm a candela ufunda. Like I don't even know, guys, like why like.
But your name also supports you.
Anyway.
I spoke about the power of names.
Okay, then I don't remember what activity it was. It was a sporting activity or a cultural activity or something, where we went to the high school that I then graduated from, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love the school. I love the school. Also, I love it because it's far, and it's just a chance for me to just.
So your dad at least was taking care of.
No, my dad was still taking care of fees and stationery. There was no qualms about that. I'm not shem, babam guys. He's a lot of things, guys, but he really invested in my education. Okay, po. Hi, okay.
Shut up, tycoon.
Then I applied for boarding school, but also remember, in this whole commotion, right? My dad is also the same person who's gonna drive past and see me standing, and I don't care at them, you know. There are situations where I'm gonna like try stand in front of the road to be like stop, and if I don't move, also chase. You understand? So then you also why not?
Can we make a part 2 to this? These are very interesting stories. Can we make a part 2?
We can make a part 2.
Okay.
So
Let's make a part 2.
No.
There's a lot, because there's follow-up questions I still have, like with this whole situation. Okay, why were parents not being parents? Why are we acting like children?
Wait, okay, but I also want to tell you this part.
Okay, you're gonna tell me this part on part 2. I'm gonna start off.
Okay.
I'm gonna start off there. Go part 2.
But it's about my about boarding school, guys.
Yeah, we can't make to boarding school. Thank you so much, guys, for indulging with us. And this was the other side of plural marriages. And we're gonna have her again for part 2. But can we just grab something to eat, and then we will do a part 2, because there's a lot I really want to ask. There's a lot that I also want to marry, because the first plural marriage episode, or the 2 plural marriage episodes that we had, and we'll take it from there. Thank you so much for being very naked with us. IntoMeSee, it's called Sacred Connections IntoMeSee. So thank you so much. I know it's a very personal story. I didn't know the story. But
I'm over it. Not over it, but like I've accepted this as part of my identity. I don't think I'd be the person that I am without it. Like I used to be very embarrassed and and stuff, but I think so
no, now it's a lit book actually. It's a very lit book. There's a lot of unpacking to this. But thank you so much. Please do subscribe. Please do like. If this is content you resonate with, we do Sacred Connections on Thursdays, where I have my homies here and bokogos and other people that know stuff that we don't know. And yes, Vanessa did agree to our numerology, but I'm also gonna try get another gogo. Another gogo is very instrumental in my journey, also for her to unpack, because she's easier access. She's here in Johannesburg. I still need to have a conversation with her. But thank you so much. Please do like, please do subscribe, please show this queen some love. African peace.